are so many incredibly talented actors out there. Some are even able to transform into unrecognizable characters, and it's sometimes hard to realize that some of these actors are pretty damn attractive off screen. As we talk about the top 10 celebrity actors who are actually hot in real life. What's going on, lovely internet people? I'm your host Brie Room, and welcome back to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. Before we get into the video, just a quick reminder to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also turn on notifications so you never miss out on a new upload. Also, if you want to see more videos like this one, check out some of our playlists and stick around until the end for some bonus content. I'm always making blooper material, so you guys please laugh at my pain. Enjoy it. Starting us off at number 10, Gwendoline Christie. Gwendoline Christie is well known for her role as Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. Her character was harshly given the nickname The Beauty because the people she grew up with teased her for her looks. Brienne is known to be very tall, rough, and masculine, and in their society these things make a woman unattractive. Her character doesn't care about her looks or presentation, she only cares about her honor. The character in the books and as well on screen is mostly seen as dirty and without makeup, even though that doesn't really make you less attractive. But in real life, Gwendoline Christie is a beauty. Yes, she's still very tall and has a more stereotypically masculine frame with more broadened shoulders, but she's still stunning. Her presence off screen is a near polar opposite to her on-screen character because she just looks cleaner. I don't know how else to describe her. In the show she's always covered in mud and blood and looking epic, and off screen she just looks much cleaner and more cheerful, but she's still just so stunning. Coming in at number 9, Lizzy Caplan. I never really looked into Lizzy Caplan outside of her Mean Girls look, so when I saw what she really looked like, I was shocked because that's a completely different person. Lizzy played Janice Ian in Mean Girls, the funny, quirky, gothic friend of Katie Heron. In the movie she dons her straight black hair with minimal makeup besides her thick black eyeliner and often wears dark baggy clothing. Basically she's the embodiment of everyone who listened to Blink-182 or My Chemical Romance in the early 2000s. Hi. That's me. Her character was known for being the outcast type, but in real life she is far from that. Lizzy is definitely not that emo kid from high school anymore. Her natural beauty really shines when she doesn't look like she just got home for the Black Parade, you know? Her character wasn't necessarily unattractive, but it did make her look very different than she does in real life. At number 8, America Ferrera. America Ferrera is well known for playing the title character in Ugly Betty. Obviously with a title like that, it's a given that the character would be seen as unattractive. I don't know about everyone else who watched the show, but I never really saw what was so ugly about Ugly Betty. But I mean, I looked like her when I was a kid, so I guess it just related to the character a little too much. The character of Ugly Betty was always wearing thick framed glasses, baggy or frumpy sweaters and dresses, and dressed in pretty bold colors and patterns. She kind of gave off the same sort of vibes as Quinn from Zoe 101. But in real life, America Ferrera is pretty hot, not gonna lie. Behind those thick glasses you can really see the rest of her facial features, and she's freaking gorgeous. When you take the character away, America really stands out from the crowd, and she's just so pretty. I wish I could look like her for real. Stepping back from the role of Ugly Betty is like the equivalent of the glow up you get after you leave high school. She's just so stunning. In at 7, Vladimir FURDIK. Vladimir FURDIK is one of those celebrities that you wouldn't recognize in real life. His role as the Night King in Game of Thrones has him buried beneath layers of makeup and prosthetics, so you really wouldn't be able to pinpoint his own facial features very well, but when he's offset and out of makeup, he really shines. Not that the Night King isn't hot already. I mean, I know the guy's like basically made out of ice, but come on, he's still pretty good looking, am I right? No? Okay, cool. My boy Vlad here isn't too bad on the eyes when out of costume. He looks a little bit like Daniel Craig to me. In real life, Vlad surely isn't the Night King. He has a kind face and doesn't have an icy complexion, so that's good. He looks like the kind of guy you want to grab a beer with and chat, you know? I much prefer his real life looks over his icy counterpart any day. Coming in at number 6, Uzo Aduba. Uzo Aduba plays Crazy Eyes in Orange is the New Black, and let me tell you, they look like two completely different people. On screen, Uzo's character looks tired, washed out, and really just embodies the look one would expect from someone who's in prison. She doesn't really wear makeup in the show, and her clothes are the same grayish prison uniform that everyone else wears. Her character stands out for her unique personality, not necessarily her looks, but off screen Uzo is looking fire and looks so different. Instead of looking dull and tired, she looks more lively and colorful and has a warmth about her. It's so crazy to look at the difference between the two because even though they're technically the same person, they look so different. Uzo's real life image is so strong and fierce, and she's just so freaking gorgeous. Halfway through at number 5, MAYIM BIALIK. MAYIM BIALIK brings to life the character of Amy Farrah Fowler from The Big Bang Theory. Her on-screen character is similar to that of Ugly Betty. She wears minimal makeup, dresses in loose frumpy clothing like cardigans and dresses, and is portrayed as pretty plain. Her character is really the female version of Sheldon Cooper, as they both care more about their work and science than their physical appearances. She's very awkward, and her character was very reserved for a long time on the show. But in real life, MAYIM is very much the opposite. She's more colorful and bright and wears more fitted clothing and expresses herself a lot more. She's a confident woman, especially in her interviews, and has a very kind demeanor. Instead of looking frumpy and cold, MAYIM is more classy and elegant in real life and just looks a lot friendlier off camera. The one similarity that these two characters have is that they're both scientists. MAYIM is actually a neuroscientist and has a PhD just like Amy. MAYIM also has a YouTube channel where she discusses things from her personal life to parenting and science. And no, unfortunately, she doesn't talk about flag facts like Amy and Sheldon on the show. In at 4, TARYN Manning. TARYN Manning's character, Tiffany Doggett from Orange is the New Black, is pretty well known for being less than cute. I'll just put it that way. Tiffany is infamous for her rotting and missing teeth, probably due to the character's heavy drug usage. Her whole character just looks a little ill. Her teeth, like I said, are in very poor shape, her hair is thin and dull, and her skin is dull and wrinkled as well. This all really just adds to who the character is as a troubled woman with a less than healthy past. But really, when you think of TARYN, the actress, some would picture this character in their minds. Well, let's change that, because TARYN is actually pretty freaking beautiful in real life. First of all, her teeth are messed up. That's probably the biggest change. But on top of that, she just looks a lot more lively. On screen, the actress looks ill, like I said, but off screen her skin and hair are looking much healthier and she just looks a lot less worn. Her personality in real life is different from her characters as well. Off screen, TARYN is more charismatic and warm compared to Tiffany, who's a little more, let's say, eccentric. It's honestly pretty crazy to see how different she looks on and off camera. How the makeup department can make someone look disheveled and sickly, I will never know. Coming in at number 3, HAFTHOR BJORNSSON. If you watch Game of Thrones, you surely know who the Mountain is. He was a knight turned weird zombie guy who really just towered over everyone and could bash your head in with one punch. After becoming the more zombified version of the character with his darker grayish skin and his bloodshot eyes, he hid his face behind the Kingsguard helmet, but still, audiences could see that he definitely wasn't a looker. But just because he wasn't good looking on the show doesn't mean he isn't hot in real life. HAFTHOR BJORNSSON is actually a pretty good looking guy in real life. The guy is huge, like freaking gigantic in real life, so that's not fake, but he still looks pretty decent. I mean, the guy's got muscles on top of muscles, and he competes in weightlifting competitions, so he's in really good shape. He was really the best choice for the role of the Mountain because this dude is really a whole ass mountain. But hey, at least he doesn't look like a zombie in real life. At number 2, NAOMI GROSSMAN. Now, I'm not really one to call someone ugly, but Pepper from American Horror Story was pretty ugly. I mean, the character was designed to have a face only a mother could love, and they pretty much pulled that off. The character dons a mostly bald head with a little tuft of hair at the top tied with a bow, very pale skin, and large teeth. She was designed to look like a freak in the show. To go with her backstory of having been abandoned by her family because of her appearance. But the woman who plays her on screen, NAOMI GROSSMAN, is definitely not gross, man. I'm making all the jokes today. This lady is beautiful, and it's crazy to look at her transform from this stunning woman to this sort of creepy looking character. In real life, NAOMI is a classic beauty. She looks much more refined than her character and has a sense of kindness and warmth about her. The biggest difference is her hair though, really. Going from looking like Pepper, who's basically bald, to looking more herself with a full head of beautiful brown hair is quite the change. Her nose is also much smaller, making the rest of her facial features much softer than Pepper's. The makeup team for this show are so talented to take this beautiful woman and completely change her face into looking like Pepper. And finally in at number 1, ANYA CHALOTRA. ANYA CHALOTRA plays Yennefer in Netflix's The Witcher. I have to say that this transformation is by far one of my favorites. At the beginning of the series, Yennefer's character is very deformed. She has a crooked spine, her face is crooked too, and her hair is short and dull. In some of the episodes, she's referred to as Piglet by one of the other characters because of her appearance, but after some magic, I'm not going to go into too much detail as as to not spoil too much, she transforms into one of the hottest characters in the series, besides Geralt, of course, and Yas here, he's pretty hot too. Basically, the character goes from looking unattractive to looking incredibly attractive. And Anya's just portraying the character as she looks in real life from that point on. The first time I watched this transformation, I was absolutely stunned because it's such a drastic change. And for Yennefer to just look the same way that Anya does in real life just shows how much they changed her appearance in the beginning. It's so crazy. If I could look even slightly like Anya, I would die happy. She's just so gorgeous, oh my god. But yeah guys, that's our list of the top 10 celebrity actors who are actually hot in real life. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, why not leave a like on this video, and while you're at it, hit that subscribe button to support the channel. I'll see you guys in the next one, so stay groovy. In at 7, Vladimir, I was gonna say Vladimir Putin. No. No. In real life, Vlad surely isn't oh my god, I can't believe I said that without messing it up the first time.